Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me, I'm Z. I'm a tattoo artist based in Toronto, and on this video I'm gonna do a recap on the tattoo work that I did on 2023. This is gonna be a quite lengthy video, so yeah, Happy New Year by the way. I hope you guys enjoy your holidays. Let's get into it and hope you guys enjoy. Alright, we're starting from January. I'm gonna go through month to month, and I remember for most of the part in January we actually went to travel to Japan and Korea. But before our travel, I managed to bring in my brother and my sister to get tattooed. So I worked on a Japanese piece on my brother. It's a Hanya mask with a peony. I took liberty of designing this more illustrative way. It's not the stuff that I normally do, but I love doing illustrative work and I love Japanese works, and I really wanted to get into it more every year. I feel like outside of realism stuff, outside of that, when I draw at home, I actually draw things more opposite, more like kiddie, cartoonish, illustrative. That's just where my background came from. I used to go to school for animation, so I feel like you can really see the influence of it on this tattoo. We haven't really finished it. I think I managed to color it later on mid-year. I'm gonna show it again later on. This is just the line art so far. And the second one, I bring in my sister. We're working on her leg sleeve right now. It's been a while. It's been a couple of years maybe in the making. Going very slow. I vlogged about it before. I'm gonna link everything that I've posted down below in the comment section, and also you guys can see all of my works that I did on 2023, even the ones that I don't mention here. It's gonna be on my Instagram highlight. So I normally put like, hey, this is like tattoos I did in 2022. This is I did like 2023. Everything's gonna be there. But yeah, let's go back to my sister. We're chipping away on a leg sleeve, as I said. It is Indonesian themed leg sleeve. So she wanted 4 characters shadow puppet. I believe it's Javanese shadow puppet. I'm not too familiar with them myself. I'm still learning a little bit about it. I'm from Indonesia and I don't even know what like these stuff are. But yeah, we worked 1 characters at a time because there's so much detail in it. It's just the line art and the packing black. I'm gonna show more throughout the years. Later on you can see January I get to do both of my siblings, and after that we just went off traveling. Fast forward February, this would be one of my favorite, if not on February, probably last year, one of my favorite last year. This salt and pepper shading of David's statue and compass and rose. I'm really happy on how it turns out. I love that you can get really detailed with this type of shading, because you'll have to actually line, like if you see my realism works, I do line them, but I can't really line the whole thing because it would just not look realistic enough if I do so. So when it comes to more this type of shading, I took the liberty of, you know, getting things as sharp as I could. And yeah, it's a wraparound lower arm, and it took us 3 sessions, I think. The second one for February would be this one. It's a cover-up piece. He's an older client of mine. He came back. He had this piece on his shoulder that he didn't like. He actually managed to laser it off. I can't remember how many laser sessions he did. You can see it's pretty light right now, so it was pretty easy to work with to cover it up. We put filigrees on the shoulder, and he just wanted a lady statue and work with the lower arm tattoo that he has. It's not by me. Yeah, I'm very happy on how it turns out. Everything covered pretty well. Some stuff are like on her forehead. You can't even see it anymore. I've seen it healed, and it healed beautifully. Really happy about that. Going on March, I only have this one on March, which is a leg sleeve in progress. So we started this 2 years ago. 2022. My client came a couple sessions at a time for like a back-to-back, and he wanted a lot of famous portraits on his legs, fiction and non-fiction. As you can see, there's Joker. We managed to line the Beyonce, but we didn't really finish it. We had Muhammad Ali, Pop Smoke, and I forgot his name. But yeah, those three figures on his upper thigh aren't mine. I think eventually he wanted me to black it out, or we're gonna do something about it. I can't remember. But this client of mine, he's right now traveling mid the tattoo, so it's really difficult to get him back and like finish the piece. I'm sure he wanted to finish this as much as I do, but we can't really do much about it if people had to do what they gotta do, right? I think this year we should be able to continue more of this piece. I just can't wait to finish this. This is probably one of my favorite like sleeves so far. I haven't done many of them. This client, he is really fun to work with. The whole piece was done around 9 till 10 sessions, I think. We did big chunks of works at a time, so it's pretty nice to work on this piece because every time he comes we get a lot done right away. And yeah, that's what I wish on a lot of my bigger pieces clients. They know what they're going for from the beginning. They're mentally prepared, financially prepared. It's just a lot of commitment, right? It's like not only your limbs to commit, but a lot of other things, your time, you know, so they can just come regularly to finish. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this. When you try to finish a leg sleeve, for example, and it takes you 5 years in the making, from the first year to the 5th year, you'll feel different about your works. I can see my works from 2-3 months ago, and I can pick on the stuff that I don't like and wish I could have improved. So I think it's best if you just try to finish it as soon as you can, not by rushing it, but also, yeah, I don't know. I think it's normal progression for artists to get better and see their works as could have been better. I think all artists feels the same way. Not that I'm unhappy or regretting what I did, but I think something that I learned just to accept. And you know, every tattoo has to be better and better and better. And that's how we improved. And I'm so thankful to my clients that allow me to, you know, make me grow as an artist with their skin. It's awesome. Being able to see the heel and everything afterwards, how they enjoy it, and yeah, it's just a good feeling. Moving on to April. April, we have 4 tattoos. So the first one would be this small piece of Cupid's kissing. It is from a painting. Yeah, I believe it is from a painting. I can't remember on top of my head what it's called, but I'm sure some of you probably familiar or seen these. It's very fun to do. I love small pieces like this, just like one day and finish it. I love how it turns out. I like the placement a lot. And she actually brought her brother and her dad to get tattooed by me after. Actually, both the dad and brother's tattoos are gonna be mentioned here. But yeah, the second one in April would be my sister again. So she came again to get another character added on her leg, and we managed to shade the body and some of the new character. We didn't finish the arm. As you can see, that is it. I'm not gonna say much about it anymore, but this is such a fun piece. It's such a different and distinct style. I've gotten a lot of comments on this piece actually. People are like, "Ooh, that's so interesting. That looks like old," or not old. It looks like ancient and tribal kind of thing. But yeah, I think it's from the batik. So if you see the pattern that one of the character wears, I think that's what it is. It's native Indonesian pattern that we use back home. Yeah, so this is a family month on April during the summer. So my parents came to visit us from Indonesia, and not only I get to tattoo my sister, I also get to finish my dad's sleeve, and I get to tattoo my mom too, which I'm gonna show you in a minute. So we started my dad's sleeve back in 2019, I think. I was working at different places. Alright, there's a little bit stutter there. The memory got full, so I'm gonna pick up where I left off, which is my dad. Yeah, I was mentioning that he came during the summer. My parents came during the summer. And yeah, we started the sleeve on 2019. That was pre-COVID, and he had to leave before we get to finish the work because of COVID. So he almost got stuck here in Canada. It was a good timing. And yeah, this time around we get to finish it. So this piece is from Balinese statue, I believe, Raja Wali. I think it was just a little bit of shading left, and we had barong on the outer arm. That's also one of the Balinese creature or goddess. You can see it healed nicely on him. It has been 3 years by that time. He had like another piece on his shoulder. It's like a tribal, so I just like try to work with it. And everything is done. I'm pretty happy. The next one will be my mom. This was really fun to do. So we had 2 dogs, Beef and Igloo. Beef just recently passed away. Before that, we managed to tattoo it on her on both shoulder. It was a back-to-back session. First day we did Beef, the pit bull. I actually have a tattoo of Beef too on myself as my first tattoo on skin back when I was apprenticing. It's not as detailed and realistic as this. It was just like a silhouette. I'll show you guys right here. Yeah, I did the realistic and nicer version of it on my mom. This was very, very fun to do. I wish I get to do more of this stuff. I wanted to do more pets, portraits, and I haven't gotten to do cats so far, so I'm still waiting on that day. The second day we did Igloo, the Rottweiler. I'm really happy on how it turns out. I think my mom was really happy, and she got a little bit teary after that, because she's been bugging me over and over again over the years about, oh, when are you gonna tattoo me? You're tattooing everyone in the family but me. I'm like, you gotta come here. I can't. It's harder for me to go back home and like bring all my tattoo stuff home. It's easier for them to come here and like we just get to enjoy time together and tattoo her. Yeah, I love this picture of my mom. She looks so happy. You get to see both dogs too. And yeah, you can see this isn't her first one. She got a few. The whole family got a few tattoos. Moving on, this would be May. We're moving on to May. So I mentioned about my client that has the Cupid. She brought her brother and her dad to come to see me. So this is the brother's tattoo. I really enjoy and I'm really happy with this piece overall. I love the salt and pepper shading. It doesn't really look realistic, but it pops. The contrast, the lines. I love doing lines on tattoos. I want to do more of this year. This is one of my favorite for sure. This is not the finished version. I think we had like 3 sessions on this. This is the first 2. So I'll show you guys later on. I think we have the finished version in the later months. And I get to bring my brother again. We colored the healed line of Hanya that we did on January. I'm happy about how vibrant it looks on his skin. I've seen it healed. It heals pretty good. There's a little bit patchiness. I could do like another layer of it and make it more vibrant and less patchy. I'm also learning how to pack color properly, and different colors has different consistency. It's just a bit finicky to work with, so I'm trying to figure that out. That's why I'm doing it on my brother. Oh yeah, so I get to finish the piece on the same month actually. This is the 3rd session. We get to fully finish. Had a touch-up session too at the same time. Very happy about the flow and placement and how big the rose is. I love doing big roses and hands. I love doing those too. More of these, please. And next, we're going to June. So my sister's boyfriend came to me. My sister's fiance, I would say, came to me and asked for an Indonesian pattern. I mentioned earlier about batik. They usually like paint it on a sheath of cloth. Different places, province in Indonesia does it differently, and they have specific patterns. So he wanted the specific pattern from somewhere. I can't remember from where. Yeah, I had to like make it up and kind of like collage them together. It was pretty challenging in terms of the placement, because anything that kind of cuff around your arm, around your body, your limb, is not consistent. You have to actually hand draw them to make it look natural. As you can see on the picture, it doesn't even look straight, but it is straight in real life. It's just hard to capture that on camera. That was a nice piece. I seen it heals nicely. And the next one would be this one, a honey badger. I thought this was pretty unique. This is my first time doing honey badger. This was also a scar cover-up. You can see a little bit of the scar across the inner arm. He mentioned something about the crown. He wanted to be more like this rapper. I can't remember who. I'm blanking out a lot in this video. And the wave, I like the combination of realism and illustrative and the same work. Yeah, I like the combination of those two. I want to do more of these kind of style. That's why I mentioned it here. I like how it turns out. I think we did a lot more work on this client. There's another one on June, this little piece, which is a clock tower from somewhere in Ontario. This surprisingly took us around 6 hours, I think. It looks small. It feels like when I do small detailed works like this, it takes longer comparison when I do like bigger subject. I could finish a piece, 6 hours piece on like a whole forearm, like one side of a forearm, but it's the same time that I have to do on like this little piece, just because like how detailed it is and how careful I had to be. It slows down the process a lot. Not that it's a bad thing, it is what it is. I've seen it healed, we touched it up, that's that. June is over, we're moving on August with another small piece. This is Rocketeer piece. I didn't know anything about Rocketeer before, and I had so much fun to work on this, so I thought it's worth mentioning. I like Rocketeer now, even though I still haven't really watched anything about it, but yeah, I just like this little character. And so the client's dad came in and we worked on his lower leg sleeve, the St. Michael Archangel piece on the shin, and this is the back of the leg, the calf, with Mary, Virgin Mary. It took us quite a while to finish, probably like 4 or 5 sessions. I like how illustrative it is. I think that was the vibe that I'm getting during the summer. I wanted to do a lot of salt and pepper shading, and it just turns out looking more illustrative than realistic. Yeah, I want to do more of these in the future. And we're closing off August with this 2 Polaroids travel tattoos. This client of mine, he travels a lot, and he wanted to do more in the future. He wanted to tattoo some of original photos that he took during his travels. This is Japan and Whatever Island. It's a fish. When he sent me his photos and I saw this fish, I'm like, yes, I want to do fish. I want to do anything with ocean life. I'm always down tattooing that. So yeah, these are pretty fun to work on. I saw it healed and we touched it up. It was all good. Moving on to September. I can't find any videos of this. This one of my friend Dylan. As you can see, we tattooed this piece over an existing line art tattoo. I think it was like an unfinished tattoo that he has, and he just wanted to slap it on top of it. I'm like, yeah, why not? I thought it was a really unique idea. So this flower, I can't remember the name of the flower, but the flower is the national flower from where he came from. And with the letter J-O, it's his initial. So with the diamond shape, looking like a bling bling star. I kind of like how it goes. And the color too, I think it suits him. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. We're moving on to the next one. Another Archangel, St. Michael. I've done a lot of these, but every time I do it, I pitch my client, hey, I've done this version. Do you mind like me doing other version, just so it's different and it's interesting to me. But with this one, I like the placement. As you can see, the staff that he's holding goes around the, almost touching his elbow. So I like the placement of this. Took us around 2 sessions, I believe, to finish this. we're getting there, guys. So this is one of my new thing to tattoo last year. I really enjoy this piece. It's very soft and delicate, and it's a little bit abstract. It is of a chrome texture within a rectangular. This isn't my original idea. The idea was by Queenie, my friend, and I tattooed it on her. I just like how delicate it looks, even though it's contained in a very sharp edge shape. After that, my other friend saw what I did and he wanted the similar thing. So I was kind of excited of doing this. I'm like, hey, this could be a thing. Maybe I'll put up a flash sheet of textures and that way people can claim them. This is a texture of water that I did on my other friend on October. I like how it looks. It was his first tattoo. I actually did another one yesterday. I did 2 of texture yesterday, but it's not gonna be on this video, but I'm gonna post another video for Tattoo Works in the future. Moving on to the next one. This is actually the same client that I did the lower leg sleeves, the dad of my other client. So he had 3/4 sleeve that he wanted me to cover up. He didn't want to cover up the crab and the scorpion though, but I thought, hey, if we're working on these sleeve around it, these 2 subjects are gonna be too small. So rather than working around them, I'm just gonna blow it up in proportion and just rework everything. And so everything becomes one and consistent. So we did 2 sessions, I believe. The first being the line art of the outer part, and the second one we started finishing and shading the background, some of the background. You can see this, the background, it looks so much cohesive and satisfying because it's kind of confusing looking at the lines on old tattoos. None of these are lasered, by the way, so it was pretty challenging to design. Yeah, the whole tattoo is going to be really dark. I think I did a vlog about it. I'm going to link it somewhere below. And ending on October, my older client came. He's been getting tattooed by me from 2019. Every time he came, he's getting pieces that are unique to him, very personal, and it's just very fun to work with him because, yeah, just the uniqueness of the design itself gets me excited every time. So you can see a heel tattoo on his left chest of a rose card that was also by me last year, and we did the Brothers Never Let Go tattoo on the right chest, and later on in the year we actually try to combine everything, adding on to the middle part, combine everything else. Still need a couple more sessions to do for touch-ups and everything. Moving on, November, we're getting there. Something that I don't really do, but I did it on my client. He had an old anime tattoo by me back in 2020 or 2019, I can't remember, of a Zelda and the wolf. You can see a little bit there. We add on to that on a Sasuke from Naruto with the Kirin Jutsu Thunder Dragon on the top part. I thought it's just worth mentioning because I don't normally do anime tattoo. This is one of the anime tattoo I do. I actually love doing them, but I don't want to advertise it too much because I don't watch a lot of them. I used to grow up watching animes all the time, so I knew all these animes from the 90s, but not so much the popular ones. No, I don't know them too much. So if there were people coming to get them and I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this anime tattoos, and we start talking about anime, I'm like, I don't actually watch any of them. I thought it'll be like, I don't know, I feel weird about it. So if they ask, then yeah, I'll do it. If not, then it's fine. It's fine. The next one would be this turtle. As I said before, I'm down to do anything with ocean life. I love ocean life, I love fish, I love turtles, I love all that. So this client of mine, he dives a lot in his free time. So I thought that was very interesting. And this was his first tattoo. The photo reference of the turtle itself is by him. He took pictures and he just sent it to me. Could you work with this? I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. So yeah, I like how I blew up the turtle so it's just clear and visible from afar since it's on the leg. People walk with this tattoo, they can see clearly what it is from a distance. to the next one would be this flash piece. I put this on my previous video about how I published 4 flashes of flower ladies. So this is one of it. I'm just glad that I get to work on this, since I don't really work on people's face as much as I wanted to. People just don't ask me a lot about it. Mostly like statue faces, not real person. I really enjoyed this piece. It was a 2 days back-to-back, and I said what I said in a previous video, so you guys can check the link. Moving on to December. In December, I did this piece. This was also on my previous video, by the way. The 3 sessions back-to-back with my client Hugh on a dragon and Azathoth. I'm happy on how it turns out and how it heals. I saw it, and we finished. My other client came to get the background of the chest done. This is not finished. As you can see, I lined some of the splatter on behind the rose. So the next session would be blacking out the paintbrush and hopefully do another layer of touch-up on the older piece, since we haven't really gotten the chance to do so. And we started on a new sleeve on the end of December. This client of mine, it is actually his first tattoo. He wanted to go big. We had 4 sessions so far on this sleeve. I'm really enjoying the process of tattooing this client because he wanted to finish it as soon as he could, so he comes pretty often. So yeah, that's going back to stuff that I said earlier in the video about how you want to keep the idea fresh and finish your projects as soon as you can, within the timeline and the schedule and the budget you have, of course. But yeah, I enjoy this piece a lot, especially doing the big skull. I love doing big skull, and we're gonna finish off in a couple more sessions probably. That is the end of this. That is the wrap up of 2023 tattoo. And aside from that, I just want to acknowledge that it has been a full year that I'm consistently posting on YouTube. I've already posted stuff on YouTube since I was high school. They're all gone now. I privatized all the videos, all the embarrassing moments. It's been great, and I'm not planning to quit anytime soon. If anything, I'm gonna try to post more this year. I have a lot of ideas on what to do. I'm gonna bring more vlogging, because I know I did some vloggings in the earlier years last year, and then somehow I stopped because I thought I wanted to put out something more informative instead of mundane vlogging style, day-to-day things. It's really hard for me to romanticize my life if I just live it day by day, but I'm trying my best to. So yeah, 1 year on YouTube. Cheers to that. Hope everyone have a wonderful year ahead of you. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.